going on, guys? Jeff Kiesel, Kiesel Guitars, Carving Guitars. I'm finishing up my Q&A. So it's probably going to take me a while, and I'm sure my video guy is going to chop these up into a couple different smaller videos just so it's not so intense and you're sitting there for potentially an hour. So anyhow, I'm going to get going. Carlos, any new Vader run this year? You know, we haven't done a run of guitars twice. So in other words, we've never taken the same model and done a run more than once, and we've already done a Vader run. I'm not saying we're never going to do another Vader run. I don't want to say that, but I have no plans on doing a Vader run. I don't have any plans on doing another Vader run. Shane, are you ever going to offer more inlay options for multi-scale models, or maybe even do custom inlays? I don't know about that. I got to give that some time. I think the offset dots look really cool, especially obviously the staggered offset dots. I think they look really cool. But I don't know on that. If you have suggestions, you know, shoot me a PM. Ty Jacobs, what's up, man? Since becoming Kiesel again, what has surprised you the most and what makes you the proudest? You know, I guess surprises me the most is, you know, last month I took all the sales numbers and I provide all the spreadsheets for my dad, you know, Mr. Prez, so he could take a look at how we're doing and what's going on. My dad works very hard. He's here like 50 hours a week plus. Guy puts in so much effort. He's 66 years old, and that guy is like, he's a champ. He's always worked hard his whole life. So had to throw him a bone there. Yeah, I, you know, put all the numbers together, and it was rad. It was, out of all the models we sold last month, it was 79, I think it was 79.8% were all Kiesel badged, okay? Now, having said that, it was about 15% of that total came from people switching Carvin to Kiesel, and then that total also reflects about 5% of our sales were the Jason Becker and the Greg Howe models, which you can't even put Kiesel on there. So now we have about 14% of the guitars we sold said Carvin when they could have put Kiesel on it. So that made me feel real good. You know, every month we're seeing it higher and higher and higher. I guess the proud moment, you know, being Kiesel again, is just, I feel like my grandfather would be really proud of me and my dad right now. I don't think he'd be stoked on the company split. I don't. But I think he'd be proud at the direction we're going and what we've done and where we're taking the company. And, you know, at the end of the day, I got to do what I think Grandpa would want. So that makes me real proud. Man, this is an emotional, like, questionnaire here, guys. Like, you're getting me choked up again. Dave, can you guys offer custom fret inlays such as Zombie fretboard, like PRS just released? No, we don't do any custom inlay work. You know, maybe one of these days, but it's no time real soon. I haven't even seen the PRS Zombie thing. I don't really pay attention to other builders. I mean, occasionally I'll geek out and check out what Perry's doing over at Ormsby. But aside from that, man, I really pay no attention to anybody else. I'm in my own little bubble. So typically someone will kind of tell me what someone else is doing. I try to stay off of like Ibanez because, you know, with everything going on and all the latest stuff, I just don't concern myself with it. I just focus on me and have fun. Let's see here. Jonathan, if R&D costs in both time and money weren't an issue, what guitar bass thing would you love to work on, experiment with, or develop? Well, I gotta say, man, like, R&D costs aren't really a thing because I'm kind of R&D, right? So it's me going out to the shop and cutting something out and making something. So, you know, the thing I wanted to make, I already did. It was the K-Series. So that was my baby. That was like my thing. And again, maybe some of you guys don't know this, but that was a guitar that nobody saw. So I did that 100% myself, and nobody saw it until it was done. And then I showed everybody because I didn't want any feedback at all. I didn't want anybody to say something that might trigger something in my mind and make me, you know, not have a confidence about this or change that. So I wanted to do my own thing on that. So, man, anything I want to do, I pretty much just do. Head out to the shop and get after it. I don't know how to say that name, so I'm going to not try to butcher it here. So I'm just going to pass on that one. What do I need to do to be endorsed by you? You can send an email to ar@kieselguitars.com. Having said that, we get hundreds of emails per week, and it's a very small window to be a Kiesel artist. We're looking for family type of person, somebody that I want to hang out with outside of work, spend time with. Doesn't matter that you're a rad player or you're in a big band. If I don't want to spend time with you, I don't want you representing my company, because at the end of the day, artists are a reflection of us. So it's very important, the family mentality. That's why we use that hashtag Kiesel family, because it does mean a lot to us. So you're welcome to send a message to AR@Kiesel Guitars, and anybody else out there interested, send a message and maybe you'll be joining the family. Henry, any plans on bringing back the old K6 shape under a different name and with 25.5-inch scales, like DC 600? Well, the K6 shape is basically the brand new bevel option on the DC 600. So that's actually online now. I talked to my webmaster. He added the BV option, the bevel option, for a limited time on the DC 600, 700, 7X, and 800. No charge to put that bevel option on. We're going to be charging $100. I don't know when I'm going to start charging. I'm just trying to get as many of you guys to take advantage of it while you can. We try to do that when we have new things and hook you guys up. We will be charging $100 at some point for that option. Also on the multi-scale, the DCM series, you can add the bevel, of course, and that's no charge as well. Let's see here. Daniel, are you planning on offering the SCB series as a multi-scale? It's a popular guitar for us, and man, a lot of you guys have been asking for it. So, it's on my radar. So, especially after this, Q&A, seeing how many people are interested. Jeremy, would you consider doing something like an Aries style bass? I don't know about that. We already have the Vanquish, so I think that already scratches that itch, so I'm going to say no on that. Amy, when will you open the new Kiesel Guitars facility? Will we be able to take a tour? Amy, you will be able to take a tour. At some point, we're going to be totally set up, and we're going to be giving factory tours. So I don't know what days, how often. We haven't figured all that out. We're kind of winging it. If you guys haven't been able to tell, we wing a lot of things. We take our guitar production and manufacturing very serious, but our marketing, we're very laid back. We do what we want when we want, because we're having a good time, and we're all about that. But it looks like we're going to be into our facility. We're tentatively scheduled to move. It's the second week of July. That's the tentative schedule. So I can say pretty confidently we're going to be in July. We have to get final inspection from the city, but we're waiting on carpeting, molding, baseboard molding after the carpeting goes in. They have to finish up our air lines for our, our air tools, but everything else is pretty much done. The place is looking fantastic. So I can't wait to show all you guys that. Dan, there should be a CT7 with a one-piece flame top and rosewood neck, hopefully finishing up soon. Can you show that in the video? Oh, that's awesome. No, buddy, but if I happen to see it, I will snap a picture and I will post it. How about that? Because that sounds like a rad guitar, and I want to see it myself. All right, Eric, I know you want all customers, but is the Fender Gibson customer or Sir Tom Anderson customers you are targeting with Kiesel designs? And is there any plans to make certain line or models readily available, quality but not buyer specific, as in full custom? I don't really target certain customers. I don't know that we're targeting the Fender or Gibson crowd. I don't really think we are. And I don't think we're targeting the Sir Tom Anderson crowd at all, really. I just think we're doing what we want, and if people, they seem to be liking it, we're having record sales, and that's really important to me, is to enjoy what I do and be proud of what I'm putting my name on. So, yeah. And then as far as not a full custom, I don't know about that. That's our whole jam. That's the whole reason to buy from us, is we do pretty much a full custom, aside from body shape and a couple other little things. It's a full custom guitar. Lars, would you build me a guitar for free if I would travel 5,721 miles to San Diego to pick it up? And now take care of the serious questions here. That's rad. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to build you a guitar for free. It'd be rad if you want to come out here, though. Maybe we can build you a guitar. You could pay for it, and then you can come out here and pick it up. What do you think about that? That sounds like a good one to me. Wyland, any plans on doing a fan fret CT or CS? That would be different. No plans, really, got to be honest with you. I think it would be cool, but having a true carved top, I think does potentially have some, issues of trying to get the saddles just perfect and everything. I mean, I'm sure we could do it. That wouldn't be a problem. It's just not something that I was really ever thinking about doing. Brandon, is there any possibility of offering a trim option on standard and multi-scale faders? Again with that. Oh man, you guys are killing me. I should say you guys aren't killing me. You guys are great. My guy editing these is killing me because he's supposed to pull all the mini duplicates of the same questions out. So I don't pre-look at these. I don't pre-screen them, and I'm going to ask. Like, I'm literally reading them for the first time. So I try to be a very real person. I want you guys to feel like you're here with me. We don't edit stuff when I do my videos. Either I'm one shot, I get it right, or I might take 5 takes. But I won't let my guys edit videos. I don't like that. I want it like as real as it possibly can be. So that's why I'm kind of like reacting to these questions at the same time. And I lost myself there. Yeah, I don't know about that trim thing. I mean, it's still like the last 4 times I think I answered it. I'm not really planning on a trim for a Vader. Nobody makes what I want to use is the problem. That's not that I don't want to do it. I want to do it for you guys. I think it'd be rad, but nobody makes what I want. Brandon, what wood or woods have similar properties of Purple Heart, and do you offer reverse Purple Heart maple necks, like 3 stripes of Purple Heart, 2 stripes of maple, or solid Purple Heart necks? Lastly, is Purple Heart a top wood option yet? I'd love to see an Aries with one. So yes, we do Purple Heart top woods. We could build you an Aries with one. That's not a problem. You'd have to call in to talk to my guys to do that. I do not offer Purple Heart as the majority stripes in the neck, so the outer parts. I only offer them as the thin stripes. Purple Heart's a very heavy wood. I don't think you want a neck made out of all Purple Heart. It's very strong and stable. It's going to be similar to maple and walnut. That's why we like pairing them together. I really like walnut with Purple Heart stripes. That's just what I'm really into right now. Things change over time, but right now that's like my go-to. I pick up guitars that are tongue oil necks with that, and they feel so good. I love the way they feel. You don't feel any of the ridges in the necks over time. Sometimes the necks will shrink at different rates. I'm talking several years down the road, but they feel really good. I like the way the feel is. Bob Storm, can I fan your frets? Yeah, man, fan away. Andrew, any chance of a different nut with options? No, because that affects the whole entire neck design, shape, profile, headstock interaction with the base or the top of the neck. So I don't see that, and I very rarely get that request. Cohen, do you plan on having hardware that is parallel with the frets with the multi-scale Vaders, or will you stick with current straight configuration and use an angled nut? Oh, you're talking about on the top. I think. Yes, you're talking about the top. No, I mean, that's our custom nut design. I think it looks rad. I know some of you guys have said, I'm only going to buy one if it's angled. Well, Ormsby makes an angled one. So I'm not going to be angling my nuts. I like my nuts normal, not angled. Maybe you're into angled nuts. David, I would like to hear the difference of tone wood in the same guitar model with the same pickups. Is there any chance to make a video like that? Yes. My YouTube guy is sitting in the room with me and he's hearing this. So yeah, there is a chance to do that. We need to do that. I agree. It's a good one. Colt. What's up, Colt? How you doing, man? Would you ever do a poll to check for the demand of offering bound necks and bodies? I see you have painted options, but I love the added aesthetics. I would only do a poll on something I was really serious about offering. I'm not interested in offering bound necks. It's not that I don't like it. It's with all of our fret wire options and size necks and fretboard woods, it would be kind of a nightmare, really. So if something changes in the future, I'll look into it. But right now, it's really not an option. Isaac, have you ever tried making a neck with a twist in it, like the Strandberg? Oh, you're talking about the back. No, I personally don't care for that in a guitar. I don't like you're referring to the Endure neck. I don't care for that myself. That's me. I have buddies of mine. My buddy Trey with Gear Gods loves that neck. I think he's the only one that I know that loves that neck. But that's just, if you love that neck, you love that neck. I don't. Anyway, no, I don't have any plans on doing the twisty necks. Chris, will you offer swirl or drip finishes in the future? No, I don't want to say no on that. No time soon. How about that? Not for 2016. How about that? And I'm not saying I have plans for 2017. Maybe at some point. Right now we're so busy we can barely keep up. The last thing I need to do is throw extra processes to my paint department in trying to get production efficient. Callum, what is your personal favorite guitar that you have ever made? My K series. That's my favorite guitar. I love it. I also love this guitar here. This is my CS6 22 fret with a stop tailpiece that my dad made me, signed it and everything. I have that at my house. I picked that up. It's kind of like my my broken in, my worn in slippers. Like I picked that guitar up and it just feels so good. But yeah, my favorite guitar is my K6 multi-scale that I have. Kurt, hey Jeff, Ginger or Mary Ann? Wow. I'm a married man, but I know my wife's really cool. I'm going to go for Ginger. She's a little more exotic and curvy like my wife is. That's my jam. So going with Ginger. But I'm picking Sean first. Miss Sean Kiesel. Lanning, what's up, brother? How you doing, Lanning? Do you use beard care products? No, but somebody needs to send me some, dude. I'm getting old and I'm getting grays in here, 37 years old. And I just recently trimmed out that mustache, man. It was getting long. It was driving me crazy. I was on a road trip. I came back and to get rid of that caterpillar. It was it's tickling my nose. Let's see here. So if you own a beard care product company and you're looking for somebody for a face of the company, for somebody to use your product, send me some product and maybe I'll check it out. Let's see here. William, have y'all ever considered making quarter tone guitars? I think you should give it a try. No, I mean, I've had people ask me, but no, I don't think that's something we will make, just to be completely honest with you. I think they're cool, but I don't think so. Let's see, this is Patley. The type of truss rod the guitar has impacts the tone in a big way. Lots of folks prefer a vintage style truss rod due to the way the guitar with those kinds of truss rods sound. Any plans in the future to offer select models such as CT, CS, or some of the hollow bodies with vintage style truss rod? No, there really isn't. I feel like the neck construction is more of what you're hearing there, not the truss rod style or type. That's my expertise, and that's my opinion. I feel the truss rod needs to do its job. It needs to add or take away relief. And I feel like the truss rod system we have now is amazing. Out of all the truss rods we've put in, I've had two failures now. I actually had one pretty recently, but we're doing 4,000 instruments, and then we're doing part necks and whatnot. So we're doing close, by the time you do kits, part necks and everything, close to 5,000 necks per year. And you multiply that since we switched over to this truss rod in about, I want to say it's about 2,000. I've had two failures, so I think my truss rod system's pretty rad. Let's see here. Kevin, what advice do you have to someone wanting to be a custom guitar luthier? Kevin, buddy, you gotta love it. That's it, man. If you don't love it, don't do it. It's long hours. It's a lot of internet trolls you gotta deal with, just to be completely honest. A lot of opinions out there. And if you don't absolutely love it, don't do it. I love it. I love working with my hands. I love building guitars. I love doing custom finishes. I love doing this like Q&A stuff, man. That's just who I am. Those of you that have been in the showroom and I've walked in and chatted it up with you, you guys know this is it, man. I'm all in. So unless you're ready to be all in and work, I mean, there's some weeks, brother, I work 75, 90 hours. just how it goes, man. But I love what I do. I wouldn't change it. Let's see here. We ever offer basswood as a body wood? I do have basswood here. I do not like working with it, but I do have it. If you want a build with basswood, we will use it. It's non-returnable. The reason why I don't care for basswood, it dents very easily. And I feel, this is my personal opinion, nobody take offense to this, I feel like basswood is the poor man's swamp ash. Swamp ash is very expensive, a lot more money than basswood, but it's a premier wood. That's what I like working with. And my last question, it goes to Zach. Do you take souls as payments? If so, where do I sign? That's a good one, brother. That's like an awesome one to end this with. Nah, man, I'm not the devil. You guys might think I am sometimes, but I'm not. So guys, thank you so much for participating in this Q&A. You guys are amazing. Again, we can't do what we do. I can't do what I do without you guys. So I got to give it up to you guys for, keeping us busy, allowing me to be employed building custom guitars. I think it's amazing at the response you guys have given us and the interaction we get from you guys. I don't think it's amazing what we do interacting with you. I think it's amazing the interaction we get from you guys. So that's how I look at it. And as always, you guys want to ask me something, hit me up on my page. I don't answer on the Kiesel Carvin page, right? That's not me. I have about 4 different guys that take turns doing that. I'm just on the official Jeff Kiesel page. So anyway, guys, I'm signing off now. If you have any questions, hit us up at 858 Guitars. Again, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.